Good morning. Pudding. Cheesecake pudding. That's what's for breakfast this morning. Just a little pit stop here at Lost Mountain Shelter. Right there. And I went down and got a liter of water. They have a bear box here too. 9 shelters in the 50-mile range north of Damascus. It's nice. Alright, well I need to keep moving. Snack time's over. Walking on. The walk today has been super nice. Because you can just go. Very little, of course, as I pull my camera out to report, but very little roots and rocks. Just a nice path. You could just roll along. Grades are not bad. And it's really cool looking down, but I have to be careful because I keep looking down or up to see animals and tripping. The goal is always to stay upright. Climbing over. There. You didn't get to see it, but you got the sound effects. That log right there. Okay. This log right here. Sometimes it's what you gotta do. Okay, well, since the trail's fairly nice. It's cool today too. It's been cool the past 2 days. I'm starting to worry about my September Smokies trip. I am very cold-natured. So I just want to sing a few praises for my Gossamer Gear Mariposa backpack. I have loaded this thing up, and yeah, it pulls on my shoulders, but so has every other pack that I've ever had. And I just hefted it back up. That's all. I know I've overloaded it because I had it out with too much food and whatnot, and I've had to carry water. Things I love about it. 1, I can look up when I'm climbing up, and my head doesn't hit my backpack. It is a low profile, so it is not in the way of my head in any way. If I wear a baseball cap backwards, it doesn't bother my pack. It doesn't hit my pack. Number 2, I can get my water bottle out all by myself. I don't need a hiking partner to do that, or I don't have to create a tube on my water bottle because I hate bladders and drink that way. I can just reach back there, take a sip of water, and put it back all by myself. Easily. Number 3, pockets. The side pockets are huge. I can put a lot of stuff in them. And my last backpack, I couldn't even get to the pockets. They're very tight. I thought they would loosen up, but I loved it. It was a comfortable pack. It was Osprey Aura, but it was heavier, and I couldn't even get to the pockets. You couldn't zip them or unzip them, and I just thought they had to break in, but I never could get it broken. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the amount of stuff that you can put in these side pockets. I wasn't too sure about the side pockets because I'm like, stuff's going to be falling out. But no. The back pocket and the side pockets, they hold whatever I put in there snugly. And just as a bonus, if you want to put 3 water bottles in your side pocket, you could. I put 2 over there, and I balance out sometimes if I have extra water and put it in the other side, the left-hand pocket. It doesn't get soaked. It'll get damp in the rain if you don't have a cover. Even it'll just soak up moisture, but it won't get soaking heavy like some of the heavier packs will. If you have one, you know what I'm talking about. They just get water and they take days to dry. So those are some things that I love about my Gossamer Gear Mariposa. And it weighs, I'll put the weight up, I can't remember. It does a lot for the weight, and it is comfortable. And the problems I have with it are, like I said, any other pack, and it's just a nerve in my neck. So it's just one of those things I live with. All right. Well, that's my little review for Gossamer Gear. I was packed for 11 days, could still close the top. It has done a tremendous job. Very pleased with it. All right, we're going to keep hiking here. This is a Virginia Creeper bike trail, bike and horseback. There's that lovely water down there. I don't know if you can see. You can hear it. Well, bikers have been zooming by. Very pretty. So the AT follows this for a little bit. I'm sure just to get over the bridge. Look at this. Still following the Virginia Creeper Trail. It's a busy little trail. A lot of bicyclists out. And today's not even a weekend. I can't imagine what it's like on a weekends. This is a nice flat little walk. The sun finally came out. Oh, look at all that. Stagnant pond. But you can get water where it's flowing in. And there's some campsites there. And even though it's pretty murky, it looks very peaceful. Okay. Well, in true fashion of reporting everything that happens on the trail, I am having just a little bit, well, it's not a little bit. Here's the thing. Once in Pennsylvania, I was hiking along, minding my own business, just like a machine, just going every day. Loved it. And then one day, out of the blue, clear out of the blue, my foot started hurting. And then by the time I climbed to where I was climbing, my foot had swollen and was getting very painful. And by the time I got to my campsite, I could barely walk. And I managed to get my tent set up, and it had already started storming. So, and lightning and everything, I could barely walk. And then the next morning I got up and I labored 5 miles down to the shelter. Well, actually it was on a road. I have a whole video on this. It was just a mess. I could not walk. I could barely walk to the bathroom. So, long story short, that sidelined me in 2018 for about 6 weeks. It wasn't broken. It was a tendon or ligament issue. I never went to a specialist because, why? They just take a bunch of money. They just take a bunch of money and then they don't tell you anything. So it doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is, be it ligament or tendon, it was a 4 to 6 week recovery. So I did that. So now, today, just clean out of the blue, the same foot is hurting in a different area though, in the back where my Achilles tendon is. Just clean out of the blue. Now, I was standing on a hill, and I talked to 4 different hikers that came along, well, 2 couples, and I noticed a pain after I'd stood there, but I'd stepped off the trail to chat with them. And of course, I chatted with the one couple, and they went on, and then the next couple was right there, and so I chatted with them. So I stood in that one aggravating place for a long time. I don't think my foot liked it. And plus I've had 2 hard days of hiking, just going. But I've not had any pain. So I feel like it's just aggravated right now. Uphills aren't bad. I feel it. Downhills are pretty painful, which means that hiking into Damascus is going to be a lot of fun. So my plan is to hike up here to the shelter. I know I have phone service. It's 9.5 miles from town. And check in and end today early to just kind of give it a rest. That's my plan. This is up so okay. It feels like a leg cramp, but it's in the Achilles tendon area, which is an area you don't want damaged. Bear Tree Gap Trail, US 58, Iron Mountain Trail. That's what's going on with me today. So I'm gonna hike on, but when I stop and take a break, it feels better. Now, mind you, this morning I'm doing my tree pose variation while I brush my teeth. It's fine all night. I rotate my feet, I massage my feet. I stand on my tiptoes, like up, down, up, down. Well, that hurts now. So something is aggravated. I have a compression sock on, and it seemed to help for a little while. I did break down and take 1 Tylenol and 1 ibuprofen. But other than that, it's a lovely day on the trail. I talked to some people on the Virginia Creeper Trail. That was a nice little flat walk. Oh, I have noticed it's better if I slow down. Like I shouldn't. If I just go at a very slow pace, it's better. So I need to remind myself to do that. It's not a race. Well, my phone cut off, so to wrap up my rambling, the thing is, once something like that happens to you, and you have to get off the trail, and you can't even walk, and you have to be on crutches, it makes you leery. Anytime you have a pain, you're like, oh, what's that? So I'm just kind of watching this right now. And I'm pretty optimistic that it's not going to be as like that one time. I feel like I'm in better shape than I was then. So we'll see. But still, I have 60-year-old ligaments and tendons, and I've broken my feet and toes. So, my feet are a mess. I know this. But at the same time, I'm just going to give it a rest and see how it goes. Now, if I need to take a few days, I will go ahead and head back to the RV and hang out there for a few days and then resume the last 50 miles of this section. So I have options. The good news is I'm almost done. That's the good news. So I'm going to head up and take a rest at the shelter. Just had my little lunch break here at this lovely sunny spot, about a half a mile away from the shelter. So I'm going to park up there and just massage and love it and Reiki it and all that good stuff. That's my plan, but so far, so good. Just going slow, super duper slow, like slower than normal, like hardly moving slow. But it is beautiful and the weather's nice, so I can't complain about that. All right, so I'll see you at the shelter, which is a 1/4 mile off the trail. I hate that, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so there's a sign. US 58, just 4 miles. Damascus, 9.5 miles. Saunders Shelter, this way. It's a quarter of a mile, supposed to be. But it's downhill. Dang it. Well, I made it here to Saunders Shelter. Have a little bit of service, enough to get text out. But pretty quiet, besides a hoot owl that had to hoot 3 times when I first arrived. Not disconcerting at all. But cute little shelter. Clean. And nice grassy area to tent over here. So, nice. There's a lot of mosquitoes around the shelter. But I need to baby my foot, so I'm not going to walk on it any more than I have to. Bear box. Alright, this is home. This is when I wish I had a book. I've got nothing to do. I'm going to write, though. Write in my journal. On that note, I'm going to get myself situated. But guess who I shared my shelter with last night? So there's 4 group of through hikers who are hiking. And one of them is a licensed massage therapist and sports medicine. Anyway, thank you, Phoenix, for the tips and the Tiger Balm. And to the rest of them, good luck on your hike. There's Murph, Wheezy, and Honeydew in Phoenix. So I had a good time with them. It was a nice visit to be able to see people on the trail when you are by yourself every day.